Some of the comment that I read that people send to me is they some not only that they don't believe in God, but they don't believe in a ghost. They don't believe in spirits and all these kind of material beings. But there's a story. There was a young man. His name was Cecil. He was an atheist, friend of mine, and we over the years we had good discussions back and forth, and we, you know, he's adamant in what he believes. I'm adamant in what I believe, but nonetheless, we have some good times. Apart from that, we have some good times, and so one day I decide to challenge his belief. So this notorious haunted house, now some serious paranormal activity take place in this particular house. Everybody's afraid to even pass by this house. Serious paranormal activity in there. And I said to him, okay, say you don't believe in God, and you don't believe in anything ghost and anything that is called ghosts and spirits and demons and anything that is of that nature. So I said, okay, let us go. Remember the haunted house? I said, yeah. So let us go over there one night and spend just one night in that haunted house. We'll call some friends and then we'll go over and then we'll stay over for the night. And then we'll see whether or not these things that are happening there, that were happening there, were actually, some imagination of people and the stories that people formulated over the years. I said, no, let's go. You don't have to worry. I have to worry because I know that paranormal activity over there, it has been proven, and so many people would not dare to venture in that particular house. And for me to venture there, I would have to take that into some serious consideration because I know that I have to deal with some serious spiritual activity in that place. So I said, you, on the other hand, you don't believe in those things, so you don't have any problem. You don't have any problem you have to worry about. You should be glad and happy to say, okay, let's go. I want to prove to you that these things are just in your head. They're fairy tales, so let's go and I'm show you. And we could never get him to go. So we decided, let us hold him. Let us hold him, man, and just bring him inside it by force. Yeah, but we said we don't want anything to happen to him since he's so scared, very scared of going inside that particular haunted house. So we don't want to push the boundaries. So I said, no, why is it that you're afraid, man? If these things are unreal, it's just things that people made up, fairy tale, why are you afraid? You should be the bravest of all. A matter of fact, it shouldn't be a situation of bravery because since there's nothing in there to scare them, you just go right in and just set up your bed and have a nice sleep, nothing to worry about. But why are you scared? Why were you scared? Why? My friends and I should be the one that, scared because we believe that in that place, no laws of physics can explain the activity in that place. And yet, probably if a physicist go inside that place, he would, and spend the night there, would want to, I guarantee, not even want to, I guarantee, he wouldn't remember anything about the laws of physics. Just half an hour. Take him there one night. Just take him there one night, and he would never remember anything that has to do with physics. You remember anything, because I believe he would be scared out of his wit end. Because when you have the occurrences of these things, you know very well, by immediate awareness that, and understanding that, listen to me, this is nothing normal, man. This is nothing normal. That's why they call it either super normal or paranormal activity. This is beyond what science can deal with. No scientific law can explain anything that these spirits can do. People call them ghosts, but they're not ghosts, because ghosts is some people would say ghosts are the spirit of the loved one that return, I don't know return from where, but when you die, your soul is gone somewhere. There is no soul or spirit of you left behind anywhere. Right? The only thing you leave behind is your body, all dressed, and then eventually it will decay and rot. Not even your body you can take with you at death. Not even your body. Consider it forward. Not even your body. You're gonna leave it behind, well dressed, where they do what the morgue, they even put it in the earth, and then it's gonna rot, and that's it. But it has nothing. Ghost is not any departed spirit. It has nothing to do with that. They're demons. People just call them, say, ghosts, but they're demons. Demons. And a lot of people don't believe in demons. They don't believe that these things exist. You know that? Let me tell you something that is surprising. I've talked to people who can call themselves Christian and they don't believe in demons. They don't believe in demons. And I'm saying, how could that be? How could it be? Because you are of this supernatural faith, and you heard about fallen angel, you talk about Lucifer, 1/3 of the angel that was falling from their natural estate, which is heaven. And you read it in the scripture where they create, they can cause a lot of stuff. They can cause diseases. They deceive people. They're there. Jesus cast them out of people. And then you're there talking about you don't believe that these things exist. They do exist. And so what happened now is these demons will try to impersonate your loved ones, try to create an impression or an image of who, like what they were before they died, but they are not the spirit of your loved one. These are very malevolent and malicious, evilous beings. And people tend to deny these entities. That's what they want. They want people to deny their existence, because when you deny their existence, they can do a lot of things to you. They can lie beside you in your bed. And when you're sleeping, and you might hear noise there, and you might hear some sound, and you know that you turn off the light when you did go to bed, and then all of a sudden the lights turn on and no one is in the room, and then what are you going to do now? You're going to start to go through some rationalization, think of some natural means and ways in which you think the light could be turned on, even though I turn it off before I go to bed and no one is in the room. Probably hear something fall on the ground from off the night table and probably assume that, probably something, one of my perfume fell and right at the head, and somehow it eventually rolled off and fell on the ground. But when you wake up, or if you even check it, you realize that there is no such thing. There is no bottle of perfume, no can of perfume on the ground. There's nothing on the ground. And even if it's on the ground, you're trying to explain that by naturalistic means to comfort yourself. And think through it thoroughly, you realize that's not the case. It wasn't the case. That's why it's called paranormal activity. Things will happen that will defy even your most lucid imagination to come up with a solution as to what had happened. And but deep within, you're scared. You would be scared. So my atheists friends, what do you think about this, man? You're one of those who, all of you, deny anything that is immaterial, supernatural, unseen realities. But I guarantee you would never spend a night in the cemetery by yourself. You would never spend not one night there. And I guarantee you that none of you would dare venture in a haunted house and even to spend one night there. You wouldn't even last for 20 minutes. You wouldn't even last for 20 minutes. And why wouldn't you? Why would you run? Why would you get scared? Why would you scared of something that is I wouldn't say unseen, but unreal? Something that is non-existent. If these things do not exist, you shouldn't have any problem with the paranormal. This is not like some kind of strange physics that happened. There's a place, I think, in California where, people you can take a steel ball and place it on top of something that's rolled down, and instead of the steel ball rolled on, it's going up, and you can stand up on the desktop and lean forward all the way, and it will never fall to the ground. I don't remember what's his name, but I think it's somewhere in California. There's some strange place on the earth here, and even if it's not paranormal, just natural phenomena. But these are some very weird phenomena that physicists can't get their head around. And what happened? What happened? Why is it operating differently from how the laws of physics prescribe it to be? Probably not prescribe, but describe. The laws of physics describe things, or the law function. These are what the laws about, or the nature, the creation function. That's what the laws are about. And if you travel out throughout the world, you'll see a lot of strange things happening. And it's nothing to do with anything that is paranormal or supernatural. They are just natural phenomena within nature that defy understanding, defy the laws of physics. And probably look on these things and you'll be amazed. You'll you'll be awestruck, and you will trying to figure out how could this be, like, because based on how we understand things and all the laws of nature work, how could it be this way when it ought to be the other way and stuff like that. But those who totally rejected the reality of God and spirits, and just let me say ghost for the sake of understanding, ghost. You're familiar with that kind of term, but so let me use it for argument's sake. If these things are not real, if say demonic spirit, evil spirits are not real, you should not fear. You should not fear. It's rational to fear. If something you consider unreal and you fear the unreal, it's rational. It's irrational. You should be able to go in any haunted house. And their haunted house, I dare you venture in and sleep there for one night, Mr. Atheist. One night. Guarantee you, within 2 minutes, you wouldn't even run to the door and open it. You will run through the door. If it's a two-story building, you might jump out of the window from top to bottom because you have no time to hurry down the stairs to escape the thing that is not real. Yet you're running from something that you believe is a figment of your own imagination, or a figment of people's imagination. But I dare you to go into one of these places and just, since it's all in your head, it's not real, just enjoy yourself there. Sleep well, eat well, sit down, watch TV, and play some Scrabble and some other games. Try it. Try it. And then go to the cemetery. I'll challenge you. I don't want to give you even one night, even though you wouldn't survive one night, but 2 nights. 2 nights, and you're going to sleep in there. You're going to sleep in one of those two-minute cemetery. And the time that you have to make an entrance in that cemetery has to be 12 o'clock. And you're going to stay there until 6 in the morning. And then we'll see. We'll see. You'll come to a rude awakening, man, that these things that are unseen and the unreal instantly become overwhelmingly real, convincingly real. And then you will understand that your belief has no impact upon reality, as I've said before. It doesn't matter what you think. If these things doesn't exist, it does not change the fact that they do exist. Your belief can change you, but not change reality. Your beliefs are what you live by. All of them put together make up or constitute what you call the philosophy of your life. You live by them, you think by them. You live and behave according to what you believe. Right? Yep. But if I said I would give you $10,000 to spend a night in one of those haunted houses, dare you, you would not even take up that offer. Guarantee you, none of you. Because I want one of those really haunted house. Some serious paranormal activity take place there, man. And I challenge you. Pay you to stay there for one, not just one night I'll give you, not 2 nights. One night. And you should not have any problem, as I said before. No problem, no fear. I don't fear. Because those things doesn't exist. So I, if you want, man, I will spend my entire life there. So all those who like, text me about like, all those things unreal and all of these things. I dare you. I dare you. Venture into one of those haunted houses and spend just one night by yourself. One night by yourself. And you should not have anything to worry about. It's just like me telling you about Care Bear. I know the Care Bear live in the clouds. And you said to me, Care Bear live in the clouds, man. You watch too much. You have any children, man? You watch too many kiddie stuff. There's no such thing as Care Bear. That's what it would be like to you. We talk about spirit, they're like Care Bear to you. Right? But man, I'm telling you, these things are not like Care Bear. They're real. Prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong. And then you have no problem believing in these things when you eventually go and test, go and prove it yourself. You won't have a problem believing that there's a God after that. Start from there. Start from there first. If you have a problem believing God, from God to spirit to ghost, okay. Start from the ghost and the spirit and work your way up to God. And if you go into that haunted house, man, I wish I could bring some of you into some places, man. But if you venture, you have some places that are considered haunted, man. They're not as bad as some places. Some places are really awful. I was watching the news, City TV, and then there's a man that he cleans up after anybody that die in the house. He cleans up after and clean up the blood and all of these things and fix up the place nice. And that man, he came on the TV. And he put out a challenge and said, if anybody could stay in that particular house for one night, he'll give them a specific amount of money. Because a lot of his employees quit the job. They ran away because they couldn't take the paranormal activity that was taking place. Spirit showing stuff at them and all kind of stuff happening to them. The guy have a hard time to get people to work. If you get people to work for him, then you have a hard time to keep those people, because when they were going to these places, especially places that has some serious tragic deaths or murder and all of those kind of vicious crime occurrences tend to be more haunted, violently haunted. You see people throwing stuff from upstairs down, and you can't see anything. You don't see anyone. If I'd known that person, I didn't get. I don't know if anyone wanted to take him up on the offer, but I would love one of you atheists to take him up on that offer. Since there is no such thing as spirit or ghost, I wish one of you atheists is taken upon the offer and just go and spend a night at that haunted place. And then you will realize that when people talk about paranormal activity, they're not talking foolishness. They're talking about things that's real. Evil, but real. Right? And so, all atheists who might view this video, you want to prove whether or not demons or spirits exist, that they're real, whether they're real or not real. You want to put that to the test? Go to one of those haunted, very haunted houses and spend a night there. You know, you shouldn't be. You should be bold and fierce and brave, and go there. And you will see that the figment of your imagination is just a fairy tale. Would evaporate within an instant when reality struck you with fear, and you will tremble. And probably the last option is to flee. And that is if you could get out of the house, because they can close the door on you while you're trying to flee. It's a challenge to all atheists. Start from there. Those who do not believe that there is a God, and those who do not believe that there are demons and ghosts. Start from going to an haunted house, and when you actually experience the paranormal activity there, then you have to come to the realization and the conclusion. So yes, these things are real. And then you go hop, pop, 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 pop. And then you say, God ought to be real. Even though it's a different situation to some degree, because you can literally go in a particular space or place and experience this phenomena that you cannot explain, and that will get you scared and want to run and hide and it's tremble. But God is not like that. You can't test him like that. You can't prove him like that, even though he's self-evident, short creation, and no need to prove the self-evident. It is superfluous and terribly unnecessary. If it's evident, you need no more evidence, right? So check it out, my atheist friends. Check it out. Put your unbelief to the test. Would you? Try it. Try it, man. Don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared of, because they're not real. What I want to know for sure? Try it. Try it. And then tell me your experience. Yep. Yep, I'm waiting.